What's goody, my peopleizations? We're going to make it happen today. Deontay Wilder parting ways. Reports surfaced that Deontay Wilder parted ways with longtime trainer Mark Breeland. Underground Solemn salute. He parted ways with longtime trainer Mark Breeland. Also, you know, we hear everything that's taking place with Saul Canelo Alvarez, Golden Boy Promotions, The Zone, and Oscar De La Hoya. And today we're going to talk about this because they're going to change the landscape of the sport of boxing in 2021. Samuel Demas, salute. David Dixon, Vince Williams, salute. Deontay Wilder and Canelo Alvarez are going to change the landscape of the sport of boxing in 2021. PMD 18, salute. Why do I say that? Because Deontay Wilder is going to beat Tyson Fury in their trilogy match. And Canelo Alvarez, should he be successful with getting out of his contract with Golden Boy Promotions, he's more than likely going to sign for sure a one-fight deal with the PBC Premier Boxing Champions and with to face off against Avni Yildirim for the vacant WBC super middleweight title. And in doing so, he's more than likely going to sign a multi-fight deal with PBC. It's apparent that he didn't understand what took place in his contract with the current situation with the zone. PLG Ski, Little Scrappy, salute. He wasn't under, and we could say it's his fault, right? Because we could say that he should have been more attentive to what's going on in his contract. All right. So, at the end of the day, yeah, PLG Ski, he said, you mean 2 fights? Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Well, we know for sure it's going to be 1. Tom Joseph, PGH Big Dog, salute. Right? We know there's reports that he'll sign to stage the Yildirim fight on Showtime with the PBC Premier Boxing Champions and, with Showtime and Steven Espinoza for $40 million. But like I said, I mean, it's just business sense. If you're going to do that, if you Showtime and you DAZN, if you Showtime 300, salute. Yeah, I'll be coming on at 3:30, man. I just was a little late today, man. I had a lot going on today. Donald Favor, salute. It's tough doing stuff when you're doing stuff by yourself, man. So I had a lot going on today. And so I just need y'all to pardon me, man. When you're doing pretty much everything by yourself, when you have your own platform and your own brand, and then you have other business ventures going on, it's a little tough. You know what I mean? Ketty Peace 504, salute. So, I'm trying to get everything, my merchandise and my merchandise store back open. Chase that coin, salute. Oz the D, salute. As well as other business ventures that I'm looking to start. You know what I mean? So, well, not looking to start, that start. And I gotta get things going on with it. Things, going. We see they're not sending out the notifications, right? We got 30 people in 5 minutes. Steve J, salute. Have you guys ever seen that? Have you guys ever seen Black Alpha? Salute. Have you ever seen one? Salute. Have you ever seen us do a live stream here and only get 30 people in 5 minutes? 30 people in 5 minutes? My brother Bish, B Megastar, salute. Have you guys ever seen that here? It's hilarious, right? It's comical, isn't it? 30, we can't get 40 people in 5 minutes. 40 people. We can't get 40 people in 5 minutes. Isn't that something? Malik 412, salute. Have you guys ever seen that? No. It's horrible to say the least. One said, and they're all mods. Exactly. All my normal people. Dr. Pablo Sled, salute. It's horrible, man. Adolfo El Duro de Los Numero. Salute. Clear your settings. Salute. He said, clear my setting. Clear your setting. Box Conversation, my brother Reggie Owens. Salute. What's good with you? Go subscribe to my brother Box Conversation, Reggie Owens. My brother CB Sports TV, Carl Burrell. Salute. My brother Bish said, I just checked around 4. Yeah, this is horrible, man. Have you ever seen this type of nonsense before? Underground Sound said, I just checked to see if you was going live yet, and you were. This is horrible, man. It's horrible. I heard my brother Alonzo led Esma. Salute from Fresno, California. I was hearing my brother Champside saying that they had stopped his live stream or something like that. DJ K, salute. I didn't even know, man. Wow, that's they had stopped his live stream for no reason, just because he was trending. Simply because he was trending. And now I can't get 60 people in 10 minutes. Have you guys ever seen that before? No. So anyway, with that said, with that said, obviously there's a lot going on in the sport of boxing. And I do believe that Deontay Wilder, will defeat Tyson Fury in the trilogy match. I do believe that Deontay Wilder, Black Smoke, salute. Yeah, you guys never seen this, right? Ever before a day. Ronell Rich says, salute. I can't get 60 people in 10 minutes. Amazing, isn't it? Amazing the nonsense that YouTube could do. JC, salute. What's good with you, King? It's amazing, isn't it? The nonsense that YouTube just chooses to do. No integrity. None. One said, ha ha ha, how? With Malik Scott's wisdom? Ha ha ha. What's funny about it? You're saying 007, Corey Palmer, salute. I'm confused. What's funny about it? One. Ha ha ha. With Malik Scott? Ha ha ha. The lack of boxing knowledge within the fans is that's what's comical. Lionel Witherspoon, J.A. Dixon, salute. So while one is laughing, ha ha ha, while with Malik Scott's wisdom, ha ha ha. You lack boxing wisdom. One King, Brian S., Damian Foster, salute. That's what's comical. Tiger A, Gilbert Rodriguez Jr., my brother, salute. That's what's comical. My brother, Drew Titan, what's good with you? Go subscribe to my brother, Drew Titan. Hey, Drew, you ever seen this? I can't get 60 people in 10 minutes. TR, salute. Corner Girl 66, peace and blessings, Queen. Have you ever seen this, Drew? I can't get 100 people. No, sir. Not me, not my platform. No way. Why would that be possible? YouTube is horrible. Dark Kent 718, Brian Nyambi, salute. Harabal. So anyway, right? With that said, right? D Dub, salute. Yeah, they are, Drew. Derek Cox, salute. I've never seen this before. Westside Athan, salute. Tex Rock, salute. It's horrible, man. What? Phil J 508, salute. I was listening with I saw a video of Champside said that they had blocked them or something from YouTube from going live or something because for using his own content or something like that. Dal Zapedia, salute in the super chat. Salute Blue Bud and the LDBC. Much love to the fam. Salute to you, King. He said they blocked him for using his own content. They wasn't sure if it was his content, but they thought it was somebody else's. It's just like it's ridiculous to say the least. Skinny Hardaway, Godzilla 313, Renee Boss Young. What's good with you, Renee? Renee, I'm gonna send you a link today. Adrian Pittman, salute. What's good with you, Kings? So anyway, Joseph Obeying, salute. So smash the like button, man. We should have 150 likes. Also, donate to the channel, donate $1 to the channel, support the super chat, support the super chat, support the grind, support the grind, support the brand. My brother, everything Boston and sports. My brother Keon, salute. Keon, I'm gonna send you a link if you want to come on. God's greatest, LS aka Tag, salute. Head busting Boston, salute. Because I want to talk about this. Mr. J Dub, 20 Texas, Fred Holland, salute. Tomorrow we're gonna have a special guest on. Sylvester Solomon, 2011, salute. Tomorrow we're gonna have a special guest on the show. Talk some boxing. Boxer Dad, salute. Right. So obviously we hear all of the talk. Lloyd Lawrence, UK, salute. My brother, salute. Skinny Hardaway, my brother in the super chat. He said salute. Salute to you, Skinny Hardaway. Appreciate you, King. Yeah, support the grind, man. Donate $1 to super chat. Support the grind. Support the grind. Support the brand. Alfred Yasharala, salute. Word Bond, Junior the Super Dog, salute. What's good? So anyway, like I said, if Canelo Alvarez is able to get out of his contract with Golden Boy, with the Zone, and from Oscar De La Hoya, and able to make his way over to the PBC, Ethan Fresh 73, salute. That's massive. That's huge. Sad one, salute. That's huge, right? Because that sets up, like I said in the video, Mario Forster, salute. Like I said in the video, that sets up a future fight for him and Jamal Charlo, right? Clearly, that's what that sets up, a future fight for him and Jamal Charlo. With that said, also too, Earl B, AR-15, the damn fool, salute. And like I said, TC, salute. I believe that Deontay Wilder is going to beat Tyson Fury in this trilogy match. Quan 4-3, what's good with you, King? He said, what's up, Blue? Salute to you in the chat. Also, check your DM. I'm trying to send you. Okay, I got you, King. I got you, King. Yeah, so I believe that Deontay Wilder is going to beat Tyson Fury in a trilogy match. You get a lot of people. I'm seeing a lot of true boxing minds that feel like he's going to win the trilogy. I'm seeing a lot of boxing minds like Floyd Mayweather that feel like he's going to win the trilogy. The fights were closer than what you think. Salute to my brother LS, aka Tags, my brother in the super chat. Appreciate you. Salute to my brother Lionel Witherspoon in the super chat. Drop that $50 on your boy Blue. He said, I got your back from the get-go. Salute to you, King. I appreciate you 1,000% showing love and showing support to your boy Blue, man. That's much love right there. Antho Lockhart, salute. D-Stacks TV, salute. Hard Body, J Timo, my brother, salute. 10-8 round, salute. Salute to my brother Lionel Witherspoon coming through, dropping that $50 on your boy Blue, man. Showing love, supporting the grind, supporting the brand, man. We're going to make some moves, man. We're gonna bring y'all some more content. So we just need y'all to support the grind. Mr. 67, salute. Justin Jr. 962, salute. Moni Brown, what's good with you, Moni? Moni, what's good with you? I'm gonna send you a link as well. Moni, I'm gonna send you a link as well, King. I'm gonna send you a link to the as well. So we're gonna make it happen, right? John Patton, salute. Caesar T, salute. Cole Smith, salute. So like I said, I believe that Deontay Wilder is gonna make the necessary adjustments to win this fight. Dimitri Cohen, salute. Tay Brown, peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing today? I think that Deontay Wilder, DJ Monk's photos and music, salute. I think he's gonna make the necessary adjustments in this fight to be successful, and I believe he's going to be successful. I think he's gonna win the fight. John Paul Joshua, Rod C, salute. Sharon Man, salute. A lot of people are overlooking him, right? And I know this situation that arose with him and Mark Breeland, his longtime trainer. That people think that that's going to be a setback. I love Mark Breeland, right? But this is not going to be a setback for him. It's not going to be a setback. Sometimes change is good. Sherman Callahan, salute. Jaden Kutan Dokatwa, salute. Carlos Vieira, salute. AJC, Tex Rock, Coach Burris, salute. So Geo James, Khalil 98, salute. Sylvester Solomon, 2011, said this is shocking news. I don't believe it's shocking news. I don't believe it's shocking news. Sometimes the change is needed. I know a lot of people are questioning and saying, well, he changed them because, he stopped the fight or, he wasn't doing right in the camp and so on and so forth, right? Regardless of the reasoning, sometimes change is good. Sometimes change is very good. You understand? And so, sometimes change is needed, right? Sometimes you get so comfortable and so familiar with your surroundings and your situation that you don't get the best outcome in your ventures, right? Because sometimes you get so caught up in routine, you don't learn something new. And so I believe, change is good. Creighton Brooks, salute. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes change is good, right? Sometimes change is needed. You understand? Sometimes, he's been with him, Chrissy Neef, salute. Chris Smith, salute. Sometimes he's been with Mark Breeland for years, right? And your routine can get stale. Your routine can become habit, meaning that you go through the motions. You understand? Shaka Sumter, salute. You start to go through the motions, right? Jay Wooder, salute. You go through the motions. Zedric Miller, salute. Right? Syndicate J, salute. So you start to go through the motions. You're going through, you just, Poisonous Dart, salute. Poisonous Dart said, I disagree. Parting ways with Mark Breeland was a bad move. Okay, Demetrius Hall, salute. Now I'm going to ask you to explain to us why. Because Mike Myers, salute. P. Machinio, salute. Let me ask you a question now. See, this is what people are not looking at. West Live, salute. Sharon Mann, salute. Raphael Murphy, salute. Regardless of what's being reported that took place behind the scenes, PT, salute. Regardless of the Mark Breeland stopping the fight, regardless of all of those things. What improvements? Tell me, why do you believe, Mike Myers, salute. First off, I'm going to ask you to tell us why you believe it's a bad move. Why do you believe it was a bad move? Mark is a very great coach. He's a great coach. PT, salute. PT said, never leave those who've been loyal to you. This is a sport. Zeno Kide, salute. Hey, PT, that bowls over well in real life, but when you're dealing with sports, you need change. You need change in sports. Do you not see teams in the NBA? They part ways with coaches and players. You need change. Team Headbusters, salute. Box conversation, my brother Reggie Owens, he said JD should have been fired too if the decision was related to him not improving. Hey, I can't argue with that either. GT Entertainment, salute. Not at all. Not at all. I can't disagree with that at all. But maybe the chemistry was off. David Sinclair, salute. I'm 100, salute. GT Entertainment, Travis Bryant, salute. Cali Style, salute. Right? Sometimes the chemistry could be off. How many likes we got, man? We should have 330 likes. Prince 2 Amir, salute. We should have 330 likes right now. Boxing and Barbecue, salute. I know we don't. I know we got 100 and something likes. How many likes we got? Eric R, OG and Eric in St. Louis, salute. Listen to this. Now I'm being a fanboy. He says, Poisonous Dart says, Booba, you're being a fanboy. How am I being a fanboy? I asked you a question and you haven't responded yet, but you're telling me I'm being a fanboy. And please, don't time him out. Don't block him. Don't do any of that. Taquan Savage, salute. Grage Ben Lou, salute. Larry Gonzalez, salute. Power to the people, salute. Now, watch this now. Watch this now. Where'd he go? Poisonous Darts. Don't disappear. Stay here. Stay active. So don't block him. Don't time him out. Now stay here and stay active. So now, how am I being a fanboy? Because you know nothing about me. So go ahead and tell the people that. Chris Smith, salute. Because I'm telling y'all that change is good in the sport. He's telling me I'm being a fanboy. How am I being a fanboy? Lord Sweat Real, salute. Now tell us that. Don't disappear. Explain to the people. Joshua Cobbler, salute. PT said, you never say nothing bad. You must be on Wilder's payroll. I'm on my own payroll, bro. What is there bad to say about it? Ahmad is Ahmad, my brother in the super chat. Appreciate you, King. PT says, you never said, I'm on my own payroll. I make my own money. I got multiple businesses and so do my wife. Why do I got to be on another man's payroll? Corey Jarrell, salute. So explain that. And what bad am I supposed to say about him? Corey Jarrell, salute. Now, PT, tell us what bad am I supposed to say about him? Cole Younger, salute. Revenge Against You, salute. My brother MREC TV in the building. Salute to you, King. Your King. Salute to you for putting me up on game. You understands me. Gerald Hatchett, salute. Go subscribe to my brother MREC TV in the building. It's my brother MREC TV, man. Go get that music, man. Go subscribe to my brother MREC TV, man. He be having a great show with Amina. King, salute to you, King. Take your cut, salute. Oh, I ain't even see Kurt was here. Unreal. Yeah, Team Headbuster. I want PT and I want Poisonous Darts to explain how am I being a fanboy, because I'm telling you a change is sometimes good. I didn't want any of them. I don't want him to part ways with anybody, but sometimes a change is needed. If he parted ways with the entire team, coaching team, change is needed. Salute to my brother Kurt Anderson, aka Kurt Sugar, aka the historian, my brother, my co-host. What's good with you, Kurt?
Blue, what's good with you, man? Just chilling on my born day, man. Good to talk about some boxing. We saw a terrific fight Saturday. We got a lot of fights coming up, man. And I'm glad to be here. You hear me, Blue?
Yeah, I can hear you now. My mic was on mute. You can hear me now?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Happy birthday to you, King.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate that.
No doubt. Man,
You're older, man, and go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, just a year older, man. But my birthday gift is that, being on these boxing platforms, Blue Blood and Fanon and BFTB and KQKC and there's so many Stormy B, man, and and we all can talk boxing as a community. Even if we disagree, I'm just glad the platform is here where you could be in your home on your phone, tablet, or laptop and talk boxing, man. Technology is wonderful. It ain't perfect. There's always going to be glitches, but everybody in the chat, you have hundreds of people and we're from everywhere, all walks of life, all colors, and we could talk boxing. That's my birthday gift.
Yeah, salute, Kurt, man. I agree with you, man. I got to go ahead and cook a few people in here. Saul Gillespie, salute. Christopher Jeanette, salute. The Tree 103, salute. Because I got Cole Smith, salute. New Fat Boy Fitness, salute. So I got a couple of people in here talking about this dude, what's his name? Two dudes, Poisonous Darts and TP or something like that, right? They telling me that I'm being a fanboy because I said that sometimes change is good. Grady Green, Leroy Roots, right? Because I'm saying sometimes change is good. Sometimes you need, to make changes. Possible Online, salute. I'm not saying RBG Mike, salute. I'm not saying that I wanted him to part ways with Mark Breeland. I'm not saying I wanted him to part ways with anybody. But what I'm saying is sometimes change is good. Sometimes change is needed. Jamil Allen, salute. And this is sports. This is not real life. Yeah, in real life, we say stay loyal to those who got you there and so on and so forth. But when you start to things start to plateau, right? And things start to, get stale, then you have to make a change. You understand? So change is good sometimes, right? But these guys are saying that I'm being a fanboy because I'm saying change is good. And then one dude said, you never say anything bad about Wilder. Well, for one, Kenny Ray Powell, salute. For one, why would you want me to say anything bad about him? That's number one. This just goes to show you the mindset and the mind frame of some people, right? Because why would you be looking for me to say anything bad about him? Why would you be looking for me to say anything bad about any of them? That was Abedia, my brother in the super chat. He said, Blue Bud, bring the real. He's on the fans' payroll, fool. Keep him hurting, Blue. Salute to my brother Daryl Zabedia in the super chat. So one dude says that I must be, he said, I never say nothing bad about Wilder, so I must be on his payroll. I have multiple businesses. My wife has multiple businesses, and I make my own money. I don't need to be on another man's payroll. John Patton, salute. Johnny Bryant, salute. So now I'm asking the brother to explain to me what am I supposed to say bad about him? What reason has he ever given anybody to say anything bad about him? If he has something going on, nobody knows what's going on behind the closed doors. I have how could I say it? I have an idea what took place behind the scenes, but nobody knows. So we're just assuming. And I'm very close to Mark, and I'm very close to Deontay. I don't get into that. That's their relationship. That's a trainer. That's like a father-son relationship when you're a trainer boxer. And so I don't get into that. I don't. I've never talked to Deontay about Mark, and I never talked to Mark about Deontay. Ever. I don't get into that at all, whatsoever. Because that's like a father-son relationship. That's like a family relationship. I don't get involved in that. Who's right, who's wrong, who said this, who did what. I don't get involved in that. Because nobody knows what took place behind the scenes. And so people are quick to say, oh man, he should have never got rid of Mark. And I love Mark. I don't want to see him get rid of Mark. I want to see that relationship last forever. But nobody knows what took place behind the scenes. Nobody know why they parted ways. And before people jump the gun and say he should have never did that. He should have never did that. Well, then people forget he kept Mark and Mark stayed with him all this time. So Poisonous Darts said, Blue Blood Sports, you're defending Deontay Wilder for making a bad choice. So now Poisonous Darts, I'm going to ask you to explain to us. As a matter of fact, I'm going to turn the phone lines on for you. And I'm going to need you to call in and explain to us what took place behind the scenes for you to say, because what you're doing is you're standing on Mark's side. I'm not standing on either one of their side, right? Because I'm not telling nobody what took place behind the scenes because I don't know and neither do you. But I want you now to tell the people what took place behind the scenes for him to do so and for you to say that Deontay Wilder was wrong. Jim Diamond, salute. Now, I need you to tell us that. Why are you defending Mark and on Mark's side when you don't know what took place? Damon K, salute. And nobody knows the results in the future. You don't know. So everybody's quick to say, oh, how's he going to learn anything from how's he going to learn anything from Malik Scott? Why? You're talking about Malik Scott's career, and you're pacing them together, and you're trying to say because Malik Scott wasn't the best heavyweight in the world or boxer in the world, then he can't be a good trainer. Well, I beg to differ because Freddie Roach wasn't the greatest boxer in the world, but Freddie Roach is a Hall of Fame trainer. Hall of Fame trainer. Multiple Trainer of the Year awards. Adari T, salute. Dapper Douglas, salute. Multiple Trainer of the Year awards. Hey, Kurt, was Freddie Roach the best boxer in the world? You're a historian, Kurt. Was he the best boxer in the world? Was he a multi-time world champion?
No, Freddie Roach was at best a C-level opponent. I watched him fight many times. He wasn't that good, but you know, as a trainer, he's a lot better trainer than he was a fighter. And the same goes for Emmanuel Stewart. Emmanuel Stewart fought in the Golden Gloves. He wasn't that good, but he's even a better trainer than Freddie Roach, and he turned out to be one of the greatest trainers ever.
Exactly, Kurt. And that's the point I'm trying to make. Dudes is already talking about Abadorti, salute. Dudes already talking about D. Wayne 111, salute. They already talking about he ain't gonna learn nothing from Malik Scott. How he gonna learn something? How you know what he gonna learn from Malik Scott? How you know what Malik Scott could bring to the table? Just like you said, Kurt, Emmanuel Stewart wasn't the best boxer in the world. Freddie Roach wasn't the best boxer in the world, but you're talking about two guys that are considered the best trainers in the world, ever. Ever. A lot of people consider Emmanuel Stewart one of the greatest trainers, if not the greatest trainer ever. But then people quick to talk about, and then I love how people talking about, and again, I love Mark Breeland. Me and Mark are close. I'm looking for the phone because I want this dude to call in and explain to us what took place. Travis Jones, salute. Robin Mountain, salute. See, this is what we have to do all the time. Melinda Flores, salute. Right? Candy Kids, Ali Lau, salute. My brother Drew Titan just said Jonathan Banks and Vladimir Klitschko. Right, Jonathan Banks wasn't the best fighter in the world. Burgess Meredith, salute. You understand? But he's a good trainer. He fits. But this dude talking about, oh man, you defending Wilder for making a bad decision and parting ways with Mark Breeland. And again, I love Mark Breeland. And Mark Breeland will tell you that. Mark Breeland will tell you that. So guess what? Paul Carrick, salute. Daniel Stanley, salute. I would love for them to stay together forever. I would love for them to stay together forever. But don't come in here, you come in here defending something you don't know. If you don't know what took place behind the scenes, you don't know. So how you saying it's a bad decision? Mr. Born Again, salute. 310, salute. Salute to South Africa. Dane Watson, salute. How you saying, oh, it's a bad decision, or I'm defending Wilder for he should have never got. How you know what took place between him and Mark in their personal relationship? How do you know? How do you know? How do you know what took place? How do you know what went wrong? How do you know that how do you know that their relationship just didn't outgrow each other? Just like a marriage. Just like a marriage. Poison and darts. You better call in. I'm going to block you off this channel forever. Like Cardi B said, forever. Fly High 89, salute. BG, salute. I'm getting ready to get the phone. Roy Boy, Florida, top boxing. And Poisonous Darts, you better call in and you better explain to the people or you won't comment here because this is what we're not going to do. You want to talk about I'm acting like a defense or you know so much. You close to the situation. So I need you to call in. You closer to the situation than I am, right? Poisonous Darts? Eric Slayton, salute. Kendra Watkins, salute. Jerusalem, Israel, salute. Super Mac Time, salute. So I didn't want them to part ways. I want Mark to have his job. Omar, salute. Ty D, salute. OG Sean the Don, salute. I want him to stay in it with his job. You understand what I'm saying, Kurt? I love Mark Breeland. He's a New York legend. He is a New York legend. One of the greatest amateurs in the history of the sport of boxing. He's an Olympic gold medalist. 817 Boxing B, salute. Kennedy Kwam, salute. So you have no idea my relationship with Mark. So before you come here making assumptions talking about I'm just defending Wilder, listen, yes. If Wilder, I know boxing conversation, salute. Wilder is doing what he believes is best for his career. You don't know what took place. NBA D Nice, salute. And you don't know if he's right or wrong. Am I right, Kurt?
Yeah, that's correct. Well, let me just explain how it goes when it comes to a fighter and trainer. It's just like a marriage. You know, a husband and wife can be married and they get divorced because they drift apart. They just, it just happens. And there's no different from a fighter and a trainer. When a fighter loses a big fight, he feels that he can make a change because that trainer took him as far as he can go, and it's good for a change. Now it works. It's a psychological thing where certain fighters, when they lose, they
Kurt.
feel that. Yes.
Kurt, keep cooking. I'm gonna look for the other phone. So I just keep on going.
Okay. Fighters usually change trainers when they figure they can get another trainer that can show them new tricks or what they want new blood, in their corner. They took them as far as they can go. Like Oscar De La Hoya, he used to change trainers every time he lost a fight. And then you could look at it on the other side where you want stability and you'll keep that trainer no matter what. If he won or lost a fight. So it depends on the fighter, his temperament and his mindset. Like when Adrian Broner, he left Mike Stafford, and you have some fighters that from beginning to end, like a Winky Wright or Dan Birmingham, he'll keep that trainer. It doesn't matter if he won or lost. It's a personal relationship. Shane Mosley left his father because he felt that he needed a change. So it really, depends on the fighter's mindset. And sometimes it can be a psychological issue. That's how I feel about it. I done seen many fighters leave uh, uh, a trainer because they feel uncomfortable about certain things. And just like I said, it's like a marriage, a husband and a wife. They drift apart sometimes, and and that's just the way it goes. Like Angela Dundee and Muhammad Ali. Angela Dundee may be the face, what Muhammad Ali, but he's not the trainer that made Muhammad Ali. He was just the face. It was a trainer by the name of Harry Wiley Sr. That made Ali. Angela Dundee just happened to be the face. And much to everybody's surprise, Angela Dundee may have been in the corner of Sugar Ray Leonard. But the main trainer for Sugar Ray Leonard was a man named Jenks Morton and Pepe Correa. They were the trainers and the architect of Sugar Ray Leonard and the architect of Muhammad Ali, who showed Muhammad Ali all the tricks in the ring and to utilize his great athleticism and skill was a man named Harry Wiley Sr., not Angelo Dundee. Angelo Dundee was a good cheerleader, and you would think that just because he had Ali and Leonard that he was the main trainer. Dundee didn't set the X's and O's and strategy for all those big fights. And Angelo Dundee left Ali because of business decisions when Ali fought Jimmy Ellis. And Ali respected Dundee and he brought him back, but along with Harry Wiley Sr. So he was the main cog in the corner of Muhammad Ali. But many fighters and trainers, have departed on good terms and bad terms. Another one who drifted apart was Tommy Hearns and Emmanuel Stewart, later in his career. And Emmanuel Stewart taught Tommy everything, had him, at the very beginning of his career. So, and let me give you another example. I said Broner and Mike Stafford. There's another one I'm forgetting. But a trainer and fighter, their relationships can be very sensitive. You must have this chemistry like Mike Tyson had with Kevin Rooney. And you seen what happened when Mike Tyson left Kevin Rooney. He wasn't that good of a fighter. Kevin Rooney had Mike Tyson like a well-oiled machine. And then you had Joe Louis and Jack Blackburn. Jack Blackburn was an old school trainer and a very, very good fighter, terrific fighter. And Joe Louis and Jack Blackburn, they had a chemistry, and that's what you need, from a fighter and trainer.
Yep, we got the phone back. So I want these dudes to call in and explain how they know he made a mistake and how they know what took place. Right? Because you're getting a lot of people that automatically assuming, oh, he made a mistake, or you just taking up for Wilder. If you don't know what took place in the situation, don't tell me I'm taking up for anybody. You understand what I'm saying, Kurt? If you don't know what took place in the situation and you're not close to the situation, you don't understand what took place behind the scenes, then don't tell me what I am and not doing, because you have no idea. Loving Down Gaither, salute. Maurice McElboy, salute. You understand what I'm saying? You know how many guys that David the Real Thomas, salute, that we say, and man, this guy should have never left this guy. He should have never left this guy. And it gets closer than that, Kurt. Guys actually part ways with their actual fathers, who are their trainers, who taught them the sport of boxing since they were born. And they part ways with their fathers. Shane Mosley, Roy Jones.
Even Floyd Mayweather, he went from father to uncle, and absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. And then was feuding with his dad on top of it. Salute to my brother Lawrence Williams. People don't know how deep. See, they don't know Malik Scott knowledge in the sport of boxing. They don't know that. All they looking at is, oh, Malik Scott wasn't the best boxer in the world. What does that mean? Candy Kids Ali Lyles. Make sure you call in. He says, I'm reaching. I'm reaching for what? Because I could pick up my phone right now and call Deontay Wilder. And I could also pick up my phone right now and call Mark Breeland. and have extensive conversations with both of them. So what am I reaching for? Omar, salute. Chef Curry, salute. So explain to the people, Candy Kids, Ali Lyles, explain to them what am I reaching for? Because I ain't reached for nothing. I ain't reached for nothing. 3 states below, salute. I ain't reached for nothing. So y'all don't know. Y'all just making up your own assumptions. The Lyrical Genius TV, Mr. Tally, 140, salute. You don't know. So I want y'all to call in. I want y'all to call in and tell me how their relationship was behind the scenes. Since y'all know why he parted ways and why he shouldn't have parted ways. Amazing, right? What's the biggest relationship? What's the biggest relationship? What's the June Bugger, salute. Leroy Root, salute. Amaz Ahmad, salute. Loyalty, honor, salute. Your father and son, you teach your son from the mud up the sport of boxing, and then he get to a certain level, we part ways, a la Roy Jones. Right? And got him to where he at. Introduce him to sport, Floyd Mayweather Sr. But you talking about Wookie Woo, salute. Hey, man, you can't bite the hand that feeds you. Huh? Y'all don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. Shy Focus, salute. And I agree that in the fight, I said that I thought that Maul should have stopped the fight. Deontay didn't believe that. But guess what? They have the trainer-fighter relationship, not us. Southside Boxing 601, salute. The streamer, salute. It's just like Devin Haney just said. Jay Ruthless Riley, salute. Devin Haney just said yesterday, man, I wouldn't have stopped that fight. Kelly Fente, salute. He said, I wouldn't have stopped the fight because Deontay Wilder have the equalizer, and just from a fighter's point of view, I wouldn't have stopped that fight, man. I wouldn't have stopped the fight. Kelly Fente said, you can't accept the fact Fury won. Dudes don't know nothing about boxing, man. It amazes me. But guess what? Now we're going to have the phone lines open. Jupiter B, salute. So I want all y'all that's coming here talking about, oh, man, I'm just taking up for Wilder. I want you to call and explain what their relationship was behind the scenes. And don't tell me nothing about how good a trainer Mark Breeland is or how knowledgeable Mark Breeland is, because that's not what we're talking about. Nobody said he wasn't knowledgeable. Nobody said he wasn't great. Nobody said he wasn't a great boxing mind. Spiritual Bias, salute. Jose Diaz, salute. Y'all know nothing about what took place. Moped Mosley, salute. Nothing. 7 cents, salute. Y'all know nothing. And y'all think y'all know. That's what's comical to me. Because you're trying to tell me. You're trying to tell me, right? What's taking place and what's not taking place. But know nothing about what's going on behind the scenes. Taylor for Wealth, salute. My brother, KQKC Boxing Network. Go subscribe to my brother, KQKC Boxing Network. You understand? Jackson, salute. Jay Waters, salute. And I didn't want them to part ways at all whatsoever. I wish they could have stayed together for the duration of Deontay Wilder's career and not part ways. That's what I wish. Jeff T. Boxer, salute. That's what I absolutely wished. But y'all don't know what took place behind the scenes. And sometimes people grow apart. So before you say, Mr. Willie 4200, salute, hey, Deontay Wilder was wrong. Why? Why was he wrong? Explain why was he wrong. Tell us why he was wrong. Because here's the thing, right, Kurt? Top of team, salute. Hey, Kurt, here's the thing, right, Kurt? They telling me I'm wrong. Ben Israel, salute. And Wilder was wrong for parting ways. Right? But with Mark Breeland is the fight that he lost with Tyson Fury. With him. So how's he wrong? The truth, salute. Have it ever crossed anybody's mind that they were no longer on the same page? They were no longer in sync? Has it ever dawned on anybody that maybe the game got away from Mark. It's easy for you to say, well, Wilder need to do this and Wilder need to do that. Have you ever thought? And I'm not saying this to be the case, but I'm just saying, has anybody ever said to themselves, maybe the sport got away from Mark? You're assuming because the boxing knowledge that we all know Mark has, that he's still able to relate the message, to translate that into you being able to, bring it into fruition. Jupiter B, my brother in the super chat, where was the energy when Fury switched trainers? Facts, there wasn't this energy. PD, salute. There wasn't this energy. My brother Lawrence Williams, salute. They have no clue. They have zero clue. I am Rama, salute. And again, I'm going to say this again. I did not want Mark and Deontay to part ways. Absolutely not. I want them to stay together. But you don't know what takes place. Mark Wunderlich, salute. Has anybody ever thought to themselves? Go ahead, Kurt.
No, people just don't understand the dynamics when it comes to a fighter outside the ring. Bernard Hopkins had his longtime trainer who got him into the game, a great trainer by the name of Bowie Fisher, who taught Bernard everything when he came home from prison. And they drifted apart. Matter of fact, it got so bad that Bernard stopped paying him, and he had to take Bernard to court, because before that, they just drifted apart. And he felt that he didn't need Bowie Fisher. And it's complicated between a fighter and a trainer. They must be on the same page from A to Z to make this thing work. And not only that, when a fighter loses a big fight, it's like a team losing the Super Bowl. They don't feel like the second best team. They feel like the worst team. And it's no different than a fighter. He feels like the worst fighter in the world when he loses a big fight, because it's pressure. It's a psychological thing. And so he looks to his corner, and once a fighter loses confidence in the trainer, that's it. But like you said, we don't know the backstory with Breeland. Maybe it was brewing for a while. Maybe we don't know, but he did it for a reason. So we'll see what's going to happen with Wilder when he fights Fury the third time.
Exactly, Kurt. People just come in and see. Here's the thing: I don't have you're now herbalist. Salute. Huzafi said, salute. Indy Igbo, salute. Big BX, Bigger BX, salute. Big Zo, salute. Wookie Woo, salute. And Kurt, I don't have a problem with people having an opinion. Grady Green, salute. Jay Spade, salute. 7 cents, salute. I don't have a problem with people saying, hey, man, he should have stayed with him. Rocco 3, salute. Mr. Willie 4200, salute. He should have stayed with him. He should have hired this person, bring in that person. I don't have no problem with that. Where I have the problem is, and people come in here talking about, oh, Blue, man, you just defending him. You just a Wilder fanboy. You must be on this payroll. That's when I have the problem. That's when I have the problem. I don't have. You can say what you can have your opinion. That's the point. We could look at boxing and say, hey, man, he should hire this person. Africa's home, salute. My brother Ellis, aka Tags, my brother in the super chat. Wilder single-handedly brought heavyweight boxing back. That's a fact. The real Yossi, salute. And so that's where I have the issue comes in with me, is when people try to come in, oh man, Blue, you just being a Wilder fanboy, or you must be on his payroll. No, you must not know boxing, and you don't know sports, period. That's where the disconnect come in. It doesn't. You can say whatever you so. Hey, he need to bring in Floyd Mayweather, or he need to bring in Floyd Mayweather Sr., or he need to bring in Freddie Roach, or he need to bring in whomever. That's your opinion. That's why we talking boxing. That's the fun about it. When you come in, you start to say that I'm on Wilder's payroll and this, and that, and the fourth. You don't know what you're talking about, and it's not up to me to tell you his personal situation or what's going on behind the scenes or their relationship. That's not up to me. That's up to Mark Breeland to say it, and that's up to Deontay Wilder. Let you that Puma skill, salute. Jim Morris, salute. You understand? KP from KC5, my brother in the super chat. Wilder will have trouble with Fury with or without Breeland. Wilder made his decision. That's it. Riding with the champ regardless. Salute to my brother. And that's the thing, right? Smash the like button. How many likes we got, man? We should have 500 likes right now. We should have 500 likes. So that's my stance on it, Kurt. Is when people come in, they start to talk about, oh well, Wilder, he need to, he should have never fired Mark Breeland. He made a mistake. How you know it was a mistake? How you know it was a mistake? How you know what their relationship? Abraham, salute. Mr. Jones, salute. Young Scholar, salute. BLK King 215, salute. How you know it was a mistake? How you know what their relationship was like behind closed doors? That's like one of y'all having you in a marriage and you get divorced, and then I'll be like, man, you made a mistake. How I'm gonna tell you made a mistake? I don't know what took place between you and her behind closed doors. Blair Tibbs, salute. So how could I tell you made a mistake? Phase 2, salute. Victor Wiggins, salute. You know what that is, Kurt? You know when people see a man with a beautiful woman and they get a divorce, you see Janet Jackson or Jennifer Lopez getting divorces, right? And then people automatically say the man made a mistake. Why? Because you see the window dressing? Because you see, hey man, how could you divorce Janet Jackson? The Jab Jamboree, my brother Act Reacher, salute. Right, Kurt? When you see a guy divorce Janet Jackson or Jennifer Lopez or Halle Berry, right? Oh, you made a mistake, man. That dude made a mistake. Joe Gomes, salute. That dude made a mistake, man. You should have never did that. How you know what took place behind the scenes? How you know what she was like? All you know is what's on the outside. What's on the outside surface. Anwar Willis, salute. That's all you know. Jose Diaz, salute. All you know is what you see on the outside. You don't know what took place behind closed doors. You don't know how that relationship was. You don't know how she was. Winston Lee, salute. G-Man TV, salute. All you know is the window dressing, the stuffings. Mo 2013, salute. What you think, Kurt?
Well, I'm glad you made that analogy because they go on by face value, and that's what people, when it comes to fighters, they looking on the outside, but they don't know what's going on in the inside. We don't know. Look at Fury made a change, and his trainers and people was like, "What is he doing?" And it turned out to be a good change. He got Sugar Hill. He had Mark Tibbs, I believe. Now he got Sugar Hill. So we're going to have to wait and see, who's going to be in his corner when the bell goes ding for the third Tyson Fury fight. So we have to wait. We have to wait till things come to fruition. Don't sit back and judge. And because he got rid of Mark Breeland, and because we just don't know. And Mark has a good boxing mind. Some people say Mark didn't know what he was talking about because there's a show that comes on MSG that's a local New York channel, and him and John Duddy, they will show you like an old classic fight, and they will break the fight down. So Mark knows what he's talking about, but maybe, like I said, they grew apart, or losing a big fight like that, maybe he feels he lost confidence in Mark, and he can bring in somebody else, Malik Scott or whoever, or people giving him pointers. If Wilder win the third fight, then people who say he made a mistake, then they're going to say he did the right thing. People are hypocrites like that. But you have to wait to see how things turn out first.
Exactly. That's my point, Kurt. Black Power, salute. Who else we got? Jay Spade, C. Long, Young Scholar, Xavier Moses, Boxing True Serum, Green Shadow 01, Rob Stanford, Jackson, Rampage Jackson, salute. Candy Kids Ali Lyle said, this ain't about behind the scenes. I can't wait for you to call in, brother. I can't wait. And you better tell us your personal relationship with them. Joe Gomes, salute. And I want to know your personal relationship with them. Go ahead, Kurt. Let me call. I'll fix this phone.
Yes, indeed, man. We have to talk about the fight that took place Saturday night between Ivan Baranchik and Cepeda. It was a legendary fight, 9 knockdowns in 5 rounds, but we're gonna get to that. What a terrific fight. I told people that this fight was gonna be fight of the year candidate. I told everybody there's another one coming up, Barbosa and Saucedo. Sometimes you get two guys that's in the ring. I don't know if it's the moon or what styles or attitudes, personality. You can throw all that in the pot, and we was treated to an all-time great fight Saturday night. Uh, I mean, I call that the elevator fight because they was up and down. I hope Baranchik is all right, but the way he got knocked out and the way he was on the canvas, boy, that was scary. I don't know. Cepeda is a tough cookie, man, and he probably get a shot, at Ramirez. I thought he beat Ramirez when they fought the first time. The fight was close, but I gave it to Cepeda, and I want to see what happens. I like Cepeda, good fighter. Very underrated power, but it was a knockout, drag out fight and I enjoyed it. That was an all-time great fight. It reminds me of many elevator fights, Foreman and Lau and Yvonne Darrell, Archie Moore, Joe Jeanette, Sam McVeigh, fights like that. And boxing is at its best when it's ebb and flows. The momentum switches every round or within that same round. Fighter A knocks down fighter B gets up, knocks down fighter A. As much as I love other sports like college football, pro football, and baseball, basketball, there's nothing like boxing when it's ebb and flows and the swing of the old momentum. So that was a great fight. It didn't surprise me one bit that fight wound up like it did because I just knew it. I just knew it in the pit of my stomach. On an all-time war. So I hope Baranchik is okay because he suffered a brutal knockout. That was brutal. His leg got twisted up under his body, and when fighters fall like that, that means they was out before they hit the canvas. So I just hope Baranchik, because he made the fight. Baranchik is an aggressive fighter. He was overly aggressive, and this was a classic case of Cepeda using Baranchik over aggression against him, and whew, that was brutal. And this week we got Navarrete and Vila. That's going to be a good fight. I don't know if anybody's seen Blood, Sweat, and Tears, but that was a documentary with Vasil Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez. I'm excited about this fight. Uh, it's coming on tonight, I believe at 8 o'clock. They're going to show Ali Terrell and Ali Frazier on ESPN2 tonight. It's always funny when ESPN have boxing on. I'm always shocked, but Teal's talking a lot. He's very confident. See, I like what he's doing because he does it. He's not going to freeze up before the bell. I think this kid gonna go out there and fight his heart out, man. Whether he win or not, that remains to be seen. But it's going to be a tough fight, man, because if he uses his athletic ability the right way, he can give Lomachenko problems. Because studying that Lomachenko Luke Campbell fight, I was very surprised that Lomachenko had a couple of problems with Luke Campbell, and Teofimo is going to go out there all guns blazing, trying to land something big on Lomachenko, but he has the athletic ability to keep him in the fight. That's the key. Does he have can he use his athletic ability to go to the next level? And that's where ring IQ comes in at. So, we're going to see. We're going to see. We got a lot of fights coming up. I didn't like the way Boazzi looked, the light heavyweight from England. I just didn't like how he looked. I think if he fights Beevil or better be, I think he's going to get knocked out. I don't like how he reacted to punches. If that guy he fought was a little bit better, he would have been in trouble. His eye was swelled, and the guy was hitting him with right hands, and certain fighters, when they get hit, I look at them and he didn't react well when he got hit. He's supposed to be a prospect. He's not a bad fighter, but he needs to tighten up on his defense to go to the next level. And Dimitri Bivol called him out. Say he wants to fight Buatsi because he probably saw the same thing I did. I think once Bivol start putting leather on him, man, I think Buatsi's going to fade. I can be wrong, but that's just my opinion. Buatsi didn't look like how I thought he would look in that fight. And I just studied the fight. I watched it again. I was like, man, he get hit too easy. You could say because of the eye, but he just looks uncomfortable when you attack him. And I never liked fighters like that, because that's a mental thing. Certain fighters, other fighters, you got certain fighters who get hit and nothing happens. It just bounces off like rubber bullets. And other fighters, when they get hit, they become discombobulated. They fall apart mentally. They just don't like it. And, that's just the way it goes. You got a triple header card, October 23rd, I believe, in Mexico. You got so many good fights, man. But October 17th, it won't be long now. It won't be long now. I'm telling you, man, I'm hyped for this fight, and I'm glad it's on ESPN. Because we got two other pay-per-view fights. We got Tank and Leo. Nobody's talking about that fight. And you have, of course, Earl Spence and Danny Garcia. So get your cash ready because we got two more pay-per-views. The Charlo fight just happened. And, I enjoy that. So I won't be streaming none of these pay-per-views. I might as well buy them just to support the fighters in the sport of boxing.
Man, I can't get this phone to work. I'm going to have to go to the store. So I'm going to have to do it tomorrow. Y'all got lucky. They got lucky. School of Skills, salute. Smash the like button, man. How many likes we got? We should have at least 550 likes, man. How many likes we got? Smash the like button. They got lucky, man, because I can't get the phone to work. And I'm trying to contact the network just so y'all see and know. This is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get the phone to work so that y'all could call in. But I can't get it to work, man. Smash the like button, man. We should have 550 likes. How we got 367 likes? Get the likes up, man. We should have 550. Get the likes to 550, man. Get the likes to 550. Terrell Square, salute. My brother Reggie Owens said have them beam in. I don't know how to do that, Reggie. I don't know how to allow them to beam in. So I don't know how to work that part. Calvin Williams, salute. Smash the like button, man. Get the likes up. LeVar Cooper, salute. Carl M, salute. Yeah, I'm gonna bring in my brother Renee Box Young and Keon, Kurt. You heard me,
Yes,
Kurt?
indeed. Yes, indeed. Bring them in. Yes, indeed.
Okie dokie. And Kurt, I wanted to talk about this too. Canelo Alvarez and his situation, right? With him looking to get out of his contract and possibly sign with the PBC is going to change the landscape of the sport of boxing. And the reason I say that is because now I'm starting to wonder and question if Canelo Alvarez truly was not looking to make these fights happen. Right now, I'm starting to Moni. Let me come bring Moni on too. And remember, my peoples, when y'all come on, y'all got to keep it clean. Y'all see, I'm not YouTube's favorite person in the world, so we got to keep it clean when you come on here, because I'm not YouTube's favorite person in the world. So you know how they do, right? So Faha 89, salute. let me get my brother Moni Brown. Trying to get Moni Brown. So yeah, Kurt. I'm starting to wonder. Kurt, and I'm starting to question if Canelo Alvarez, because for quite some time I've been one of the biggest advocates saying that I don't feel like he wants to fight. He wants these big fights, right? And now I'm starting to wonder, maybe he do, and maybe Golden Boy just wasn't relaying the message, and maybe Golden Boy was relaying the wrong message, is what I'm trying to say, Kurt. Maybe Golden Boy was saying, you know, maybe Golden Boy was like, that's not a good idea. That's not a good fight for us to make. And maybe Golden Boy, was avoiding those fights, opposed to Canelo Alvarez avoiding the fights. And it comes off as Canelo Alvarez not wanting the fights. You see what I'm saying, Kurt? Because if you look at it from the standpoint, smash the like button, people. Get the likes to 550. We should have 550 likes right now. Smash the like button. Get the likes all the way up to 550 right now, my peoples. Get the likes to 550. Let's get the likes to 550, right? Salute to my brother Chef Curry in the super chat. Appreciate you, King. So Curry, I'm starting to question if it was Canelo Alvarez that was not wanting the fights with and Moni, Keon, and Renee. I sent all y'all the links. I'm starting to think that maybe Canelo Alvarez wanted those fights. And I'm starting to Kurt, did you see what happened? Salute to my brother Chef Curry in the super chat. Have you been keeping up with that whole situation with the contracts and everything with Canelo?
I'm gonna say this about Canelo. The man is a born fighter. I've been following Canelo before he became popular. He used to fight out of Miami before he was with Golden Boy. He's a born fighter. They've been having friction ever since the Lara situation. Canelo forced Oscar to make the Lara fight because it was seen like a complete duck. That's not how Canelo is made. Most fighters are made as born fighters. They want to fight the best. You got some instances where fighters duck, and it's not really the fighters. It usually be they camp or they manager. They defer the fight. But if once Canelo leaves, and I'm gonna make this prediction, once Canelo leaves Golden Boy, you're gonna see him fight the best and biggest fighters in the sport of boxing, the better Beeves or the Charlos, and he's gonna fight him. Canelo's a born fighter. I could tell and look at him. I know him very well. It's Oscar is the team behind him that's deferring these fights, man. Oscar is holding him back, and once he leaves Oscar, then you really gonna see Canelo take on the best opponents.
Yeah, it just when I'm reading the contract stuff, right? Marcus Williams, salute. My brother Keon and my brother Moni TV, Moni Brown in the building. What's good with y'all, man? Let me just get to this point, then I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and cook. But the thing that got me right is when I'm looking at it, and it's saying that Canelo. Now, granted, obviously, we could say it's Canelo's fault because Canelo should have been paying attention to everything that's in his contract, and clearly it's abundantly clear he absolutely was not. But all of the stuff in the contract, the agreements that Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy made with the zone, that Canelo had no idea, it makes me believe that it pushed me to think that maybe with these fights, because remember with the Erislandy Lara situation, like you said, Kurt, right? Oscar clearly let us know he didn't want that fight for Canelo. But the thing is, Erislandy Lara got there in Canelo's face, and so Oscar didn't have a choice but to make the fight because Canelo, he was right there. So there was no way for Oscar to go around it, right? And Canelo then at that point his pride took a hit, and Canelo at that point was like, "Listen, make this fight." He wanted that fight, but it's like, I saw a couple of other interviews, right? And I don't think Canelo purposely says these things when he said when he was asked about I believe it was Demetrius Andrade, if I'm not mistaken, but he was like he really don't watch them, like he don't watch boxing when he's not, if it's not somebody like in his circle, he don't really watch boxing, so he don't know, like, and I'm starting to believe a portion of it is making me believe that this is true. And I'm thinking like Oscar's like, this is not a good style matchup, so no, we're not gonna make this fight. And it's easy for Oscar to, it's easy for Oscar to just, what I mean, sidestep them if Canelo is not engaged. And clearly, from the looks of this contract situation, Canelo's not that engaged. He's not paying attention. It's clear. And so if he's not paying attention to that, his own contract, how could he possibly be paying attention to the contracts that's being offered to other guys for him to fight? So maybe he's just looking at the situation like maybe they don't want to fight me. You know what I mean? So it's mind-boggling. But we got my brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports, in the building. And we got my brother Moni Brown TV in the building. What's good with y'all, man?
Blue,
man, what's good? What's going on with it, Blue? Salute. Salute, Kurt.
Happy birthday, Kurt.
Hey, Money, thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot. Everything Boxing. Salute to you guys.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday to my man Kurt. He turned 25 today.
Yeah,
man. I wish. I wish. But it's good to grow old though, man. Because I got so many stories, man. I wish I could tell, but I can't tell on YouTube, man. But growing old is a beautiful thing, man. 54, so I'm like I said, I'm just glad I can talk boxing with you guys. That's my birthday gift.
Hey, Renee, I sent it to the other account, Renee. But what I want to get y'all thoughts, man. First, I want to start with the whole Deontay Wilder, because I really wanted to get these dudes on, man, so I could go ahead and go in on them. But I can't get this phone to work, man. I got to go to this the network. So, but what I want to start with Keon, man, and get y'all thoughts, man. What's your thoughts on this whole Wilder and Mark Breeland situation? Because you see these dudes saying that I must be on Wilder's payroll because I'm saying the change is good. But go ahead. I want to get y'all opinion. Then Moni, go ahead and cook after Keon.
Man, it's just like this. Like, that's none of our business. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know what's going on with them. That ain't none of our business, first off. And it's to me, I mean, I see what it is. It's like I was saying on my show today. Anything that they could do to down Wilder and to be able to go on these social media platforms and talk bad about him, that's what they're gonna do. So it didn't matter if it was him going with a different trainer. It didn't matter if it was him going with a different strength and conditioning coach. Whatever it would have been the same thing. It's hate. I don't know why they hate that man so much. Like, I mean, we have fighters switch up trainers all the time, but we don't hear the same energy. We don't hear the same energy, and it's it's fake energy because nobody talked about Mark Breeland before. And this is not nothing, this is not knocking Mark Breeland. But now Mark Breeland was the best thing that ever happened to Deontay Wilder all of a sudden. But the same people that's saying that was the same people that were saying, oh, he needs to, he needs help. He needs a new trainer because he's doing the same thing over and over, this, and that. So which one is it? But at the end of the day, I don't know what's going on with them. That's his choice. If he felt that he needs, a new trainer for whatever the reason is, that's his choice. That ain't got nothing to do with none of us. Like I said, they didn't have that same energy when Tyson Fury left Ben Davidson, right? They didn't have that same energy when Tim Bradley left his trainer and went over to Teddy Atlas. I mean, and we could go on and on. So at the end of the day, like I said, they just looking at different ways and new things each and every day to be able to talk bad about Deontay Wilder. It don't matter what it is. So pretty much that's all I got to say about the situation.
Yeah,
Right.
I feel the same way, Blue. Like you said, Blue, when you brought up fighters, J Rock just left Breadman. Nobody making videos on J Rock. Fucking Jared Hurd left Ernesto. Nobody saying nothing about Jared Hurd. You know, so we already know what it is. Just the Wilder hate bands, man. The Wilder hate bands, the ones that's come here talking about Blue is getting paid off for this, that, and the third. Why? For speaking facts. For speaking facts, it's the same. Like, oh, Wilder don't move his head. Oh, Wilder don't use his legs. Oh, Wilder don't go to the body. Now, he had this man for 42 fights, if I'm not mistaken. And y'all ain't saying nothing different. So whether he part ways with him and bring somebody in, or whether he's still keeping on bringing somebody in, what's the difference of bringing in somebody to learn something new? And especially somebody that you already know, that you can, you know what I mean, you've been to war with, you went to war against, you know what I mean, this your brother, you know he wants your best interest at heart. But at the same time, at 34 years of age, you know what I'm saying, you want something different. And that's that man right to do whatever he want to do, bro. So I'm just saying motherfuckers just hating on the LDBC. I'm saying the ones that want to see Wilder do bad, the ones that really want to see him lose. These ones that's talking about he's switching trainers don't even give him a chance to win against Fury. They don't even give him a chance. They already hating on him. So now when they see something like this, they just think this prior to the feud, the throne they look at, I mean, the throne, whatever they saying out here, I think it's gonna fit whatever narrative they trying to paint, bro. So at the end of the day, like you say, but we not in the camp, we not behind the scenes. They could have parted ways on great terms. They could have been on great terms parting ways. You never know how they parted ways. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's Wilder's decision, man, to change trainers. It's his decision. Nobody else. It's up to y'all to watch the fight, the root for the fighters. But that man game plan going into a fight for a certain fighter, it's his decision whether he want to use this trainer or not. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we already know what it is, Blue. It ain't nothing but hate towards Wilder. These boys, they don't even know boxing. They just speaking out of turn, or they just speaking what they see other people say. You know what I mean? This ain't even their true feelings. That's why they can't really talk to you on this boxing game, because you go eat them up. But they not speaking their true feelings. They speaking what they heard from somebody else, and they running over here trying to use it over here. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we respect Mark Breeden for what he done. We respect Mark Breeden for him and Wilder making history and things like that. But if Wilder want to change trainers, bro, and move ahead with somebody that he feel like that's going to better him, by all means, that's that man right to do that, bro. And for the ones that's talking crap, I wish the phone line was working, because I want to see Blue eat you alive. You know what I mean? But that's my take, Blue.
Yeah, man. I really wish the phone line was open, because it just like hey, man, people just be, you know, they just listen from the and again, I'm gonna tell people this, right? And I'm gonna say this because people just make up stuff and they just say, "Hey, Blue, you just a fanboy of Wilder, man. You must be on his payroll." So let me tell y'all this, right? And this is a true story. And I don't get into. I never again. I could pick up my phone. I could call Wilder right now, and I could pick up my phone and I could call anybody on Wilder's team. I could pick up my phone and call. And I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just saying this is a relationship that I have with Wilder, his team, and even his family, right? And I can pick up the phone and call Mark Breeland, right? When I listen, people, when I go to Wilder's camp, when I went to Wilder's camp, I stayed for a week and a half. I stayed with Mark Breeland. We stayed together. We stayed together. So how am I gonna it's not like I'm saying that I don't want him to be with Mark Breeland or vice versa. I'm just saying maybe the relationship grew apart. I don't know. But let me give y'all a story. Guess who took Mark Breeland from the arena, from the locker room, to his room, from his room? Who took him to make sure he ate after the fight? Who took him back to his room? Who packed his bags and sent him on his way back home? Guess who did that? That would be me. From the moment he walked out the locker room and the fight was over, I walked Mark from the locker room. I didn't leave him until he left to go to New York. That's a fact. That's a fact. And guess what? Guess who else was with me? Andre Ward. Andre Ward. So people don't know, right? Mark is not the healthiest guy in the world. So I made sure Mark got everything he needed physically. I packed Mark Breeland's bags. I helped him pack his bags. Then I broke his suitcase trying to pack his bags. This is a true fact, true story. I broke his suitcase trying to pack his bags. Then me, Mark, and my boy Keith, we walked to on Vegas Strip. This is after the fight. 2:00 in the morning. We walked to the nearest CVS or the nearest thing that was open. I believe it was CVS or Walgreens. We got him a new suitcase because I broke the suitcase. Went back to his hotel room, repacked his bag. That's me. Then I took him. We went and ate at Denny's, right there by the MGM. This is a fact. We ate at Denny's. Then I took him back to his room, made sure his bags was packed, and made sure he left back to New York. So how y'all gonna tell me I'm picking one over the? No, I don't. And that whole time, that entire time, I did not ask Mark what the issue was. I did not ask Mark about the fight. I did not ask Mark about anything because that's not my place. Because a trainer and boxing relationship is like a father-son. That's not my place. And I'm not telling y'all this story to toot my own horn. I'm just telling you the story when people like to come in and say, "Oh, Blue man, you just fanboying for Wilder, or you just must be on Wilder's payroll." You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. That's why it's comical to me when I see y'all making these comments. That's why I said I wanted y'all to call in and tell me how the relationship is. You tell me. Because you don't know. Just be a fan sometimes. It's just best at times to just watch from afar and be a fan. That's why I said sometimes a change is needed. Deontay Wilder has never, ever, and when I talk to him or anything, had anything bad to say about Breeland. Till this day, we hear the reports, we see the reports, but has anybody seen Deontay Wilder do an interview saying he parted ways with Mark Breeland? Anybody? Have we seen this? Nobody has seen any interview or any article with him saying why he parted ways. For all you know, it might not even be true. Nobody's heard him say, "I'm leaving Mark Breeland." Nobody heard that. Nobody. So for y'all to come here, that's just comical to me. Hey man, hey Blue, you must be on his payroll. Yeah. Ask Mark Breeland who took him from the fight, who made sure he was safe, who made sure he left. Ask him. You can ask his wife the same thing. Ask Andre Ward who was there. See, these are things y'all don't know. And my boy Keith. It was me, Andre Ward, my boy Keith. It was 5 of us. It was me, Mark, Andre Ward, my boy Keith, and this guy from the UK who was one of Deontay Wilder's sparring partners. He's a young up and coming. I can't remember his name, but he's like from the UK or something. And he was one of Deontay Wilder's sparring partners. He's like 4-0, 5-0 right now, right? And he left. He left with his girlfriend came. He left with his girlfriend. Then it was me, Andre Ward, Mark Breeland, and my boy Keith. And then eventually Andre Ward had to leave because he was driving back. He was physically driving back home to wherever he lives. Not going to say that. He was Juan Carlos Hernandez. Salute. Andre Ward was driving back to where he lives. So he left. Then it was me, Keith, and Mark. Then my boy Keith left. And then it was just me and Mark. This is a fact. So y'all don't know what y'all talking about. I don't get in the middle of that. I just let that. I never ever asked, "Hey D, what's the issue?" Only thing I said to D was, your family was there. Your children was there. Your wife was there. Maybe it was for the best that he stopped the fight because they sitting ringside. And he said, Well, Blue, I'm a warrior. If I'm willing to take somebody out on their shield, I'm willing to go out on my shield. That's what he told me. And I said, I understand that, champ, but you got to understand the damage that would do to your family, to your wife, to your kids sitting ringside, your mother, everybody, your dad, everybody sitting ringside. You got to understand the damage. He said, I know, Blue. And I appreciate you and everybody else that love me. But at the end of the day, I want to go out like I want to go out. So if I want to go out on my shield, let me. And if y'all can't handle it, don't come. That's exactly what he told me. Don't come to the fight. If you can't handle it, don't come. But this is how I need to do things as a warrior. That's a fact. But he's never said anything bad about Mark. Mark has never said anything bad about him. So their relationship, maybe their relationship as a trainer, boxer relationship, maybe it's run its course. That's what I'm saying. But before y'all come here making assumptions and quick to say Wilder did this and he made a mistake and he just making change, you don't know what took place behind the scenes. You don't know what took place behind the scenes. You don't know what things was like. Right? You got to understand, Mark Breeland was a boxer in the ring too. You understand? He was a boxer in the ring. He knows what it is like nobody else because he's been in there. Who in Wilder's team can relate to him? Tay Jones, Malik Scott, because they've been in that ring. They can relate to him, right? But it's not too many people that can relate to him. So Mark being in the ring, Tay Jones could disagree with Mark because he's been in the ring. Right? Malik could disagree with Mark because he's been in the ring. He's been in the ring with Wilder. So if they could have, and if they disagree with his stance, and just yesterday, Devin Haney said, I would not have wanted the fight stopped if it was me, and I would not have stopped the fight. So they disagree from a fighter standpoint. So us as fans, me from the outside, we could say, hey, it should have been stopped. But there's fighters that say, man, don't stop the fight at that point. But that's the reason why, and this is why I told the champ, this is why I told Wilder, well, champ, you understand, that's why you have referees and that's why you have trainers, because you have to save the fighter from himself. And he said, I understand that, Blue, but don't come to the fight. Let me go out on my shield. If I'm willing to knock somebody else out and take them out on their shield, I got to be willing to go out on my shield. And that's what I'm willing to do. And everybody in my team understands that. So stopping the fight is not an option. That's his standpoint. So if he felt like Mark can't take it no more, have y'all ever thought about this? Mark said, and man, I can't watch you go through that no more. Have you ever think like Mickey and Rocky? I know that's mythical, but Rocky and the Mickey story when Mickey said, I can't take it. I can't watch you go through this no more. It was time for a change at that point. Maybe Mark can't watch it no more. And maybe D said, listen, it's time for a change. Nobody knows what took place, but it was just time for a change. So before y'all jump to conclusions and just, oh, hey, Blue, man, you must be on his payroll. Know what you're talking about before you say it, because it's comical. But we got my brother Renee Box Young in the building. What's good with you, Renee? What you think about this?
Hey, what's going on, man? Can you guys hear me good?
Yes, sir.
First and foremost, Blue Blood, as always, an honor, as always, to be on this platform, man. It's great. The panelists, Monty Brown, everything boxing. Curtis Anderson, once again, happy birthday. I wish you a happy birthday this morning. Happy birthday, my brother.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely, man. And everybody else here, man. Thank you guys so much. There's several things that come to mind, and I was actually going to mention something along the lines of what Blue Blood was saying a moment ago. First and foremost, we got to understand and respect, Deontay Wilder's decision. I mean, he's the one that, he's standing on his own square as far as, the warrior mentality, warrior heart. He doesn't want anybody to interfere. This kind of reminds me of Caleb Plant. I don't know if you guys remember, but Caleb Plant, time and time again, he's a serious cat, man. He mentioned, if I'm not mistaken, before he fought Lee, I think his first name was Mike Lee. I don't recall that his opponent's name, but he did talk about, he's saying something along the lines of, Lee is about to fight a fighter who is ready to die in the ring. I mean, Caleb Plant has that, same heart, what I'm saying? Probably, I don't know, man. These guys are intense, but some fighters, man, they're willing to lay it all down, man, in the ring. So, I mean, for someone to interfere with that, I mean, we got to respect Wilder and what he did and his decision in training his coach. I'm sorry, firing his coach. I mean, he knows what he's doing. I mean, he's a grown man. I see in the comments here also several people are saying the same thing. You know, we got to respect Wilder's decision. He's a grown man. He knows what he's doing. How long has he been a heavyweight champ for? How many years? Can somebody answer, one of you guys?
5 years, 10 title defenses.
Yeah, I'm sorry?
Yeah, 5 years, 10 title defenses.
Yeah, exactly. 10 title defenses, man. 5 years. I mean, he knows what he's doing. I mean, he's not a rookie. You know what I mean? We got to respect it. You know what I'm saying? And just like what Everything Boxing was saying, and, you know, Curtis Anderson, all you guys know, you know what I'm saying? And you know, some of you guys are a lot more, schooled in this aspect as far as, you know, the history of boxing, the history of the sport of boxing. You know, fighters have changed coaches time and time again. I mean, we see it many times. And why is Wilder getting so much criticism? This is one of the reasons why I think this is another point I want to talk about, is that, you know, any leader is going to get criticized. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who really makes an impact on a populace, they're going to be the ones who get criticized the hardest. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why, one of the reasons why Wilder's getting so criticized about this, you know, I mean, changing his coach, that's his personal decision. And just like what Blue Blood is saying earlier, interestingly enough, earlier in the live, I went live earlier just to talk about Box Talk and News. I saw Blue Blood pop in there. Thanks so much, Blue Blood. I was talking about, you know, along the lines of, you know, Ryan Garcia, you know, it was another subject, but Ryan Garcia, you know, and fighters in general, how we sometimes, you know, label certain fighters ducking other fighters. Sometimes, you know, a lot of the quote unquote ducking is because of, you know, political aspects of the sport of boxing. Like, we don't know exactly everything that goes on behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. We don't live next door to these fighters. We don't live day to day with them, you know, with these fighters. And we don't know the intricacies and the details that go along with certain, negotiations of certain fights. And it looks like they're ducking possibly. The reason why I say all this is because the same with Wilder. Like, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. We don't know exactly what happened, you know, in his thought processes and his decision making. So, I mean, we got to respect it. You know what I'm saying? And we definitely got to respect, even though we do not want to see, nobody wants to see, you know, fighters die in the ring. Of course not. It's horrible. It's tragic. It's sad. You know what I'm saying? How many fighters died in 2019, man? Around 4 or 5 fighters died. Not to mention, if I'm not mistaken, this year, it was in Mexico down here, a bus, you know, full of, you know, fighters, like 7 died, amateur fighters, man, down here in Mexico. I covered that, you know, months ago. So, I mean, you know, it's horrible. It's really, really horrible. It's sad. It's tragic to hear and to see fighters die, you know, and in the ring, you know, so, but, you know, we got to respect it. You know what I'm saying? We got to respect Deontay Wilder and his decision, and, you know, just keep our prayers up for him, and let's just hope the best for, you know, the trilogy. We'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Salute the Vikings Boxing Enterprise. Salute in the super chat. Respect to all dedication, preservation, and integrity you exhibit day in and day out. Blue. Few would put themselves through the work you've been so adamant on maintaining. Stand on your square. Respect. Salute to you, King. I appreciate you. Smash that like button, man. Get the likes up to 500, man. How many likes we got? Smash the like button. Hey, Kurt, I want to start back with you, right? We're going to get Stormy B-Man in here. I'm just waiting for him to come in. But, Kurt, what you think about the Canelo Alvarez situation, man? Do you think that, now I'm looking at the contract, do you think that Canelo Alvarez is avoiding these fighters, or is just Oscar De La Hoya standing in the way?
We criticize the fight that beat the team behind them. That's the reason Aaron Pryor Sugar Leonard was never made. It had nothing to do with it. It was people.
Hey, Kurt, you sound like a robot.
Hold on, well, let me see. Okay, how about now?
Yeah, you sound better now.
Okay. Canelo's a born fighter, man. I know he would take on anybody.
Kurt, you're chopping back up again.
Oh, man, I don't know what the hell. How about now? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Let's see how it works. Canelo's a born fighter. I don't think he's ducking his fight. He'll take on anybody.
I think it cut off.
He took on Lara. That's what he did. I don't know what's wrong with my connection. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Can you?
Yeah, we can hear you, Kurt.
Okay. And I think if Canelo leaves under the tutelage of Oscar De La Hoya, you will see him fighting the Charlos in the upper echelon of the super middleweight and light heavyweight division, because he's good enough to compete with them. But Canelo ducking, nah, I know this guy. I don't think so. He's a boy. This is my opinion. Canelo is a born fighter.
Salute to my brother. We got my brother Stormy B in the building. What's good with you, Stormy?
Hey, man, I'm good. How's everybody? And salute to everybody on the panel. Salute to everybody in the chat. What's going on? Thanks for having me.
No doubt, man. Now we got two historians and my brother's on, man. We got everybody on here today. What's good with you, Stormy? What's your take on everything going on, man?
I've only been on for about 10 minutes. So what are you speaking on specifically at the moment?
We started with the Wilder parting ways with Mark Breeland, and then we was talking about Canelo Alvarez, going to court with Oscar De La Hoya, and all of the stuff that's being revealed to us is showing that, I mean, like I said, Canelo Alvarez definitely should have been doing his due diligence and going through every contract with a fine-tooth comb, but clearly he didn't do that. But the fact that they are looking to take advantage of him in the manner that they are, man, the stuff in the contract that he had no idea what was in the contract, it leads me to believe that we get, at least I do. I get caught up with saying, man, Canelo don't want this fight. He not making this fight. He avoiding this fight. But the way these contracts are set up, man, I'm starting to believe that the way it's being brought to and presented to him from Oscar De La Hoya may come across as if the other fighters don't want to fight with Canelo, and he's just going about it like they don't want to fight, and he's unknowing, because if you're not paying attention to your own contract, then how could you be paying? You definitely ain't paying attention to nobody else's contract and what's going on. So that's what he's told me.
Well, it's interesting that, to bring that into view, because the one thing that the fighters do is they try to trust these people, and you always need to have someone that's close to you that's going to look out for your best interest, especially when you start to make those millions and everything. But I just found it very interesting. You have to be careful when somebody wants to throw a huge sum of money at you, like they did with Canelo. There had to been something of caution in that, because who's really just going to throw that money at you like that and not expect something? And maybe that's where it was like some hidden jargon or something, written in the contract or whatever. And like you just said about going over it with a fine-tooth comb, maybe he didn't have people that did that or even knew what to look at, because those who know law, when they start using lawyerese in the rhetoric in the contracts, it can be befuddling, So, and I'll tell you something, when these guys get to that level of success like a Canelo Alvarez, long-term deals are not what you want. You might want a deal that'll last 24 months. You see what I'm saying? And what's the optimum you could get out of that in 24 months? And how many fights do you think, because your body, how many camps can you get out of yourself in 24 months? And then coming up on the last fight of that deal, you might be open for a renegotiation or whatever, especially contingent upon how successful you were, how much revenue was generated at your gates and things like that. So there is a way to optimize things for the fighter so he doesn't run into this. But it's amazing that everyone is not utilizing that aspect of looking out for self. Remember when we were having discussions about Wilder not re-upping with Showtime and stuff like that. It's like that was just what 18 months ago or a little almost 2 years ago. But Wilder put himself in a solid position. He was almost like a free agent. You know what I mean? And that worked well for him. Like when he said bet on self, he was able to get maximum deal. And he didn't talk about his money. So it's like a lot of people don't know at the end of the day what he really got. And that's okay. But I'm sure he's happy with what he got because he worked out a deal that was in his own best interest. And that may be the thing that these fighters need to take away from this Canelo situation, how to be more independent in that manner, you know. So that's what I have to say about the Canelo situation. Now about Wilder, I did hear what you guys were saying about that. And I kind of feel like you made a very important point there, Blue, like saying that nobody knows the relationship Wilder has behind the scenes with Mark Breeland, and maybe that business end of things may have run its gamut, or it could be something of just, you know, he does reserve the right to try something new, add a new wrinkle. He might have even said, hey, I want to add a new wrinkle. And Breeland might have said, well, I don't think I want to be a part of that. Or we don't know. I mean, and I'm not asking, but I am, you know, aligning with your thought process in that behind the scenes, you just don't know. And people who have integrity, they're not going to talk about it publicly. See, that's the other thing. Just into every aspect of someone's life. You don't deserve that. If they are willing to offer that, that's on them. But it is not your place to say, hey, well, we don't know what happened. You need to tell us. No, I don't have to tell you a damn thing. Excuse my language on your channel. But that's exactly the thing that people have to understand. He reserves the right to do as he wants to do with his career and the people that he's working with. You don't have to like it, but at the same time, you have to support the fact that a person taking control of what they're doing, regardless. If he fails, it's on him. If he's successful, it's on him. You know what I mean? You just have to decide whether you want to be there in lieu of support or not. It's as simple as that.
Exactly, man. People just make assumptions and don't know what's what, just for the sake of making it, man. Like, yeah, you don't have to like the move. You don't have to like that he parted ways with Mark Breeland, right? We don't like change. This is why I tell y'all, we all creatures of habit. Not too many people like change. They don't like reality. They don't like change. We all like to live in these mythical fantasy worlds. That's why everybody watch movies and TV shows and all these things, because it helps you escape reality. Familiarity and comfortability is stronger than love, right? And it could be stronger than loving yourself. You could be in a situation you know is detrimental to yourself, but you'll stay in that situation because you're familiar with it and you're comfortable with it. So it's stronger than anything. So anytime there's a change, we automatically go and say, well, you know, that's due to the fact that, that he made a bad decision. Just like I made that analogy. We always see stuff for the surface. On the surface. Halle Berry. How could you divorce Halle Berry? Why? Because you just see her in movies? You don't know Halle Berry. Right? People, how you divorce Jennifer Lopez? How you divorce Janet Jackson? Man, you don't know them. All you see is on the surface. You don't know them. So that just lets me know that that just further confirms the fact that comfortability and familiarity. Because you would get in that situation with them and you would stay there. People see it from the outside looking in and be like, man, he lucky. Man, how you know he lucky? Because all you see is a physical appearance. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Anytime a man see a woman with a man see another man with a beautiful woman, the first thing, man, look, that dude lucky. Man, how you know he lucky? Originally, he might have thought he was lucky, but he grew comfortable with the situation, and you don't know. He just don't like change, right? It's just like the situation, like my brother Wookie Woo just said, with Jay-Z and Beyonce, right? It's like, man, how Jay-Z step out on Beyonce? Man, you don't know what going on behind the scenes. You just assume. We all assume. So you see a relationship and with Wilder and Mark Breeland, and you automatically assume because the knowledge of Mark Breeland, it's just like my brother Keon said, right? Everybody, and I forgot about that, and I didn't even think about that when Keon said it, right? That everybody kept saying, Wilder look, he ain't getting no better. He ain't technical. Man, Mark Breeland was one of the most technical, skilled boxers in the history of the sport of boxing. But everybody kept saying that, hey, Deontay ain't skilled. He ain't technical. He ain't getting better. Or he got his power. So that means Mark wasn't working for him then. Then Mark wasn't working for him. Then why you upset that he made the change? You see, what I didn't even think about it until Keon said it. But that makes all the sense in the world. Like, if he's not getting better, and you saying if he didn't learn in 40 plus fights with Mark Breeland, then why you upset when he make a change at 34 years old, 40 fights in, like Keon said? 34 years old, 40 fights in. Maybe he decided, hey, this ain't working. We ain't on the same page no more. Or maybe we never was on the same page. Maybe it was a situation that was comfortability and familiarity. He got with Mark Breeland, he was so young. Mark Breeland is knowledgeable. Mark Breeland knows the sport. So maybe it was a situation where he got with Mark Breeland, and just like people saying now, how could you part ways with Mark Breeland? You understand? So this is like we must stop just passing this type of judgment without knowing what takes place behind the scenes. You must stop. And especially when you're questioning people that's familiar with the situation. So we must stop. But I want to ask y'all something, man. I want to start with my brother Moni Brown, man. I want to ask y'all what y'all think about Errol Spence and Danny Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis and Leo Santa Cruz moving. Leo Santa Cruz, Gervonta Tank Davis moving back a week, and Errol Spence gonna have a fight with live fans in the arena, man. I think this is a smart move. I think it was, they playing checkers. I mean, they playing chess. And that it seems like, and I don't understand how today's time people could still look and say, Chopper Mafia salute. I can't understand how people could still look at the PBC and say it's not smart. Or why would you not, like, look at the move that they're making. They playing chess and everybody else is playing checkers. Everybody else is playing checkers. Look at the games. Look what they did. They still, at one point they said that Terrence Crawford Kell Brook fight might not even get made. Bob Arum was saying that. Now you look at BoxRec and they got Terrence Crawford fighting Kell Brook November 14th. But where was the announcement? Shouldn't Bob Arum have come out with a press conference and an announcement? Because the last thing we heard was the fight might not even happen because Sky Sports and BT Sports didn't want to pick it up in the UK. But now you look at BoxRec and it says Terrence Crawford versus Kell Brook November 14th. Where's the press conference? Where's the promotion? But look, they moved Gervonta Tank Davis and Leo Santa Cruz to a whole different date, and we got the knowledge to that quickly. So, Moni, I want to start with you. What you think about that?
Yes, sir, man. You make a great point, Blue. That's why I tell people, man, quit playing with Al. But them bringing the people back, bro, is so smart on their behalf because we know it's not going to be a full stadium. But, they're going to have to make sure it's spaced out where it's going to be enough to fill a stadium where, it's enough social distancing. But it's making other promotional companies look like an ass, bro. And they looking at it like, why didn't we think of these type of things? I mean, we know they both happening in Texas. We see that as fans going down in Texas. You know what I mean? That's my dude Keith showed me with the Cowboy Stadium. But with Tank and Leo, a beautiful move right in Texas where the Mexican fan base at, where you still gonna have a big portion of black people too. I'm just curious on how they go sell the tickets and things like that, or who gonna be allowed in. But man, it's a smart move, Blue. You know what I mean? You're still getting more money for the ticket sales. You're getting money off the ratings, and you're getting a pay-per-view money. You know, so they making moves, and they ended out 2021 super strong, bro. You remember Blue early on when motherfucker was praising Top Rank, or Top Rank the only one giving us fighters. They giving us fights. They coming week to week, which I respected, and I was happy that we was getting them fights. Everybody was wondering when PBC was gonna make their move, but PBC waited on y'all motherfucking ass to the last quarter and say we gonna put these pay-per-views on, and just how things falling into place, now things are opening up to where you can allow fans in a situation, and they taking full advantage of it, bro. So I feel like Tank and Leo, I always thought it was gonna be a success because of Tank, his little status with Mayweather and things like that, how they got, you know what I'm saying, Floyd got his status and making people want to see Tank, what he did in Baltimore, what he did in Atlanta. So I always thought it was going to be a success, but now I think it's going to be a bigger success, in my opinion. Not everybody else in mine. You know, I was upward around past 250 buys, close to 300. You know what I'm saying? I always thought Earl was going to be number one with the buys, Tank was going to be number two, and the Cholo was going to be number three. But now with this situation happening, it just might shoot up. It just might shoot up, and the money gonna be bigger for us, Tank and Leo. Now with Earl, that's so fucking like if they can make that happen in Dallas, Blue. If it do happen in Dallas, man, that shit gonna be crazy. I'm sorry for cuss, I know you're holding that, but that's gonna be crazy, bro. Because you know for a fact how Earl fan base is, and with Danny Garcia, you know, I don't know if he resonate with the Mexicans like that, for us being a Latin, you know what I'm saying, a Latin American. But at the end of the day, Danny got a nice fan base as well. You know what I mean? It's gonna be up. Well, I don't know if it's gonna be up to Danny to agree since what's going on with the arenas and the COVID thing. So if they do choose Dallas Stadium, you know what I mean? That's a plus for Earl for fighting in your hometown. You don't really have to go nowhere to continue to train. But for us, the numbers, another big plus. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful thing, and I might be one of the people in the stadium if it's allowed. You know what I mean? So that's a beautiful thing to me, Blue. I like it, bro. I feel like it can't do nothing but help the fights out that much more, and putting extra money in the pockets, you know what I mean? So I'm with you, man. PBC winning, they playing chess, not checkers, and it's a beautiful thing to see heading out this quarter.
Yeah, I agree with you, King. Smash that like button, man. Get the likes up. We should have 600 likes, man. Smash the like button, man. Get the likes to 600. My brother Keon, what you think? Smash that like button. Get the likes to 600. Donate to the channel. Support the grind, man. Drop $1 in the super chat. Support the grind. Go ahead, Keon.
Oh man, I think it's a lovely thing. The Aerospin situation, that don't surprise me. I thought that was gonna happen anyway, because I was saying on my show, even way before they announced it, I was like, you know, I think that they having it, you know, so far out in November, not only for Errol Spence to have time to heal and everything, and you know, get his sparring in. I've been said that, you know, I think that they're gonna try to have fans in the stadium for that fight. So that don't surprise me, but it's a smart move. You know, it's a very smart move. And then as far as them moving the Tank and Leo Santa Cruz fight back, yeah, they don't have a lot of time to do the promotion on it as far as, you know, the ticket sales and everything, but anything is better than nothing. So I think it's a brilliant idea. It's a brilliant idea for them to move that fight back, because at the end of the day, anything is better than nothing. I do still think, you know, I'm not really sure how many fans, how many tickets they're going to put out to the fans, but you know, whatever it is better than having no fans. So I mean, I think it's a power play on the PBC side. Excellent move. Plus, now you get, you know, you get the gate and you get the live pay-per-view. So I mean, yeah, and I think that they also looked at, you know, how the pay-per-view did on the Charlo side. I'm not familiar. I'm not really sure how good it did. I hear it did anywhere between 150 and 240,000 or something like that. I don't know how good it did, but I think that they just looked at that whole situation and was like, you know, we need to try to get fans in here, you know. And I think that they took an accountability of speaking to the, you know, fighters that did pay-per-view without no fans in attendance. So, you know, overall, I think that they looked at all aspects of the game and they just decided, like, look, we need fans, especially to pay these guys. So yeah, it's a power move, and it's gonna be good. It's big because these other fighters that we've seen, on live TV and whatnot, they're not as big as Tank Davis and Errol Spence. So you kind of need a live gate to be able to pay guys like Tank Davis, Errol Spence, and Danny Garcia, because you got to pay them a lot. So I mean, they did what they had to do, and I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to attending this Errol Spence Danny Garcia fight if they do, go ahead with the fans.
I agree, man, with everything you just said. Renee?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like what everyone else is saying, I mean, this is a big move. If I'm not mistaken, can someone update me as far as with Jeff Horn? I'm not getting off topic, but with Jeff Horn's fight, was there an audience in that fight?
I'm sorry.
I don't really know when he fought Zoo. I don't really know.
Okay.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm 60% sure it was.
Yeah, I think there was. But the reason why I mentioned this is because, it looks like Al Heyman's making moves, man. I mean, there was a recent audience. It looks like, apparently, if I remember correctly, when Jeff Horn fought Zoo, but now with Tank, and with Spence, I mean, these are big names, just like what Keon was saying a moment ago. I mean, with these types of names, and the status and positioning that Tank Davis and Errol Spence are in right now in the sport of boxing in their respective divisions, man, I mean, they're going to need to get paid well, you know what I'm saying? So, and what, when we just focus on just Tank and Leo Santa Cruz, it's going to be in the Alamo Dome, right?
That's true.
Yeah, right. And so I mean, in Alamo Dome, Texas, we already know, you guys already know, just by just looking at, face value, you got an African-American fighter, man, Tank Davis, and versus a Mexican fighter, you know what I'm saying? So just that alone, and the status that they're both in, in Texas. Oh man, this is going to be a big blowout, man. As I think somebody there in the chat just mentioned that I think it was a sold out, big sold out crowd with Spence and Ocampo and Spence and Mikey Garcia. I mean, this is amazing, coming off this whole pandemic, this quarantine stuff, throwing this, and this is going to be one of the first two big fights, with a crowd. I mean, this is just like, I can almost say unheard of, because boxing, as far as the sport of boxing, I'm not a good, with history, but I don't think boxing has gone through pandemic times where stadiums and things of that nature get shut down, quarantine. We're living in a very unique time when it comes to the sport of boxing and the world in general, you know what I'm saying, as a society, as a people. And I think this is awesome. We're living historic times where we're going to see, Tank Davis, Spence come in a pandemic, situation that we're going through with the crowd. I mean, that's awesome. We got to enjoy the ride, you guys. We got to enjoy the ride, ladies and gentlemen. So I think it's great, man. I think we're going to see great numbers, you know what I'm saying? And that's great for them. That's what they deserve. You know what I'm saying? Tank Davis, Leo Santa Cruz, Errol Spence, Danny Garcia, they deserve the numbers. They deserve the money because they're fighters. All fighters deserve the money, you know what I'm saying? But I think that, just like everyone else is saying here in the panel, as far as, Monty, Keon so far, that, Al Heyman's making chess moves, man, definitely. And, I think it's great, man. That's all I got to say about that.
Man, Kurt, I'm going to need you to just take over for a second, man. I just got some more bad news, man. One of my little homies, man, just got killed, man. So my cousin just telling me right now. So, Kurt, just take over for a second, man. I'm just going to...
My condolences, man.
Condolences, bro. Prayers up.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, sorry to hear that, Blue, man. My condolences.
Man,
it's a crazy time, man.
Wow.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Yeah, I'll take over, man.
Yeah,
all right.
Sorry to hear that, Blue. Condolences, bro.
Yeah, prayers up, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna host the show until Blue get back. But there was a pandemic, Renee Box Young, 1918.
Whoa.
I don't know how I know this stuff, man, but it just seemed to come up with my brain, man.
That's the Spanish flu.
Right.
Yep, 1918. They had masks and everything. They even, you could see it when you look through, history. It's 1918 in Boxer Stadium. Everybody had masks and everything, but yes.
Hey, Kurt, that's crazy you brought that up, bro. I just did a whole fucking assignment on that.
What's that?
the Spanish flu about the 1918 and what happened and how they dug the people up in 1940. No, I think it was 1940 something, where they started doing the testing on them. Like they was digging up people from 1918 that had the Spanish flu. You know what I mean? And they was doing all the testing on them and shit to try to find an antidote. And now it's just so happened all this shit come back around. I'm sorry, Blue. I'm saying everything come back around now. You know.
Yeah, I know. Ain't that something? They say history repeat itself. The next subject, you know, has been on my mind. I want to talk about the fight Saturday night between Cepeda and Baranchyk, and we're going to go to Stormy. We're going to work our way around. And what are your thoughts on Saturday? Where do you put this fight and the annals of boxing? And I'm going to go to Stormy first. Stormy, tell me what you thought about the fight Saturday night.
Oh man, I get to talk about this fight again. Oh, oh man. All I can say is welcome back to boxing. Listen, as I watched that fight, I remember we discussed it, you know, the week leading up to it. And Kurt told me, guys, behind the scene, he said, that's a great TV fight. It's the kind of fight that's a throwback to when we used to watch the old champs in the 80s and late 70s on TV, you know. And so I said to myself, I said, well, I was familiar with both guys, so I wanted to watch the fight. But the way it opened up with somebody going down twice in the first round and everything, and I was like, this is, you know, and not like I don't know the names, but what I was just trying to get to the point of saying that Baranchyk came out guns blazing. Cepeda came out like he wasn't going the same speed, so he got caught. But little did I know that this fight would become such an instant classic amongst other fights in history, like George Foreman and Ron Lyle. Later to be, you know, similar to with Michael Moore and Burt Cooper, Michael Moore and Alex Stewart. I mean, where it's a knockdown, drag out, each guy going down, getting back up, putting the other guy down. But it was amazing because the fight between Marvin Hagler and Tommy Hearns has always been touted as the best, you know, 3 rounds of boxing in history. Well, this has to be the best 5 rounds because somebody was going down in every round, and both men went down 4 times apiece. There was another knockdown that wasn't counted, so a total of 9 knockdowns in this fight, man, ending with a tremendous knockout KO victory for Jose Cepeda, man. This was the type of fight that you want to see at some point in a calendar year. You need a couple of fights like this, but we haven't had anything like this in so long. It really brought boxing to the forefront again for me, because it makes me excited about what's on the horizon when you can take 2 guys who are matched, who should be fighting each other, who are at that level, contending for a title shot, and putting it on the line. And this wasn't just reckless brawling. They were boxing and fighting behind jabs and throwing the proper shots and everything. But they were just vulnerable because their styles meshed very well. So when you hear people talk about styles making fights, this is exactly what happened on this night. And I'm still excited about it. May go back and watch it again before the end of this week. But if you hadn't had a chance to see this fight, you guys really need to check it out. Really. They did boxing justice, and no amount that they were paid on that night is enough. These men really earned it. And the fans, that was a shot in the arm for boxing, totally. But I'll let somebody else go ahead.
Yeah, Kurt.
Oh, I'll pick it up, man. I'll pick it up.
I'm sorry, I'm mute. ETB, what was your thoughts on Saturday night's legendary fight between Baranchyk and Cepeda?
Man, amazing fight. It was an amazing fight. I was surprised. You know, I thought Cepeda was gonna go. I thought the fight was gonna go the distance. I had predicted that Cepeda was gonna just outbox him. I know how Baranchek fights. He come at you, and I knew he was gonna make an exciting fight, but I just thought Cepeda was just gonna use his skills and outbox him. And man, that fight was an all-out war. I went from being excited to surprised to being in shock to being scared. Like, that knockout, man, I was nervous for Baranchek, but it was a hell of a fight, man. It's the type of fight that that made all of us fight fans. That's the type of fight that we live to see. Definitely fight of the year. I think any other fight that comes behind it, they got a lot to live up to. They're gonna have a lot to live up to. But yeah, I just pray for for Baranchek, that everything's okay with him, because we've seen fights like this in the past where a fighter take a lot of punishment, and then days later we find out that that they seriously injured, or having some brain bleeding or whatnot. But from what I hear, he's okay. He's doing all right from what I hear. But yeah, man, it was a hell of a fight, a classic. I think that's a fight that we're going to be talking about for years to come down the line. And I'm looking forward to seeing what Cepeda does, from here on out, because his post-fight interview, it said a lot about him. He talked about how he had doubted himself, how he doubts himself a lot. He talked about how he kind of surprised himself, and I think from here, it's going to give him more confidence in himself, and he's going to be, continue to get better and better. For people who don't know, Cepeda, he only had like 15 amateur fights. So, he's still learning. He's still getting better every time he steps in the ring. But yeah, man, hell of a fight all the way around.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, brother. Renee Box Young, what was your thoughts on Saturday's great fight between Baranchek and Cepeda?
Man, it was beautiful, beautiful stuff. You know what I mean? I personally thought at the beginning, well, first and foremost, I wanted to give a general, a lot of heart in these two fighters, Baranchek and Cepeda. I thought personally Ivan Baranchek was going to win. I personally thought that, but just like what Keon was saying a moment ago, that that's exactly what fights should bring. You know what I mean? Just surprises. It was so many surprises in this fight. I personally thought Baranchek was going to win from the get-go, because that boy can punch, man. That guy, he has some punching power, man. I was like, ouch. I don't know if Cepeda is going to survive these punches, man. They were landing, going down. Then he went back at it. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth, knockdowns, and it seems like, the fights from back in the day, we saw more of that. You know what I'm saying? And just like what Stormy B, and Curtis, you guys say it time and time again, in your wonderful shows that you guys got going on together. When you go back to history and the fights back in the day, you saw a lot of that. You saw a lot of unpredictability, in fights. First, we think one guy's going to win, and then also all of a sudden it just turns around, and then all of a sudden another guy gets knocked down again, and then it just back and forth. That's what a fight should bring. Action packed. Like Stormy B just alluded to right now. Also, styles make fights, and this was a type of fight where both styles just made a beautiful competitive fight. Till the end. Knockout. Awesome stuff. And that's what Keon just alluded to too. What he just mentioned right now. That what's in my mind right now. What's next for Cepeda? What's next? I'm not sure, but I still think he has some things to work on. Because you're talking about super lightweight. They fought at 140, right?
140.
Yeah. So you guys already know 140, man. So you got Jose Ramirez, you got Josh Taylor, I don't know yet. As far as what's next for him, but that's the question that lingers in my mind. But it was a beautiful fight, action packed. And let me finish with this, because we got several people in the panel now. We got stay ready, salute, brother. So what's in my mind now is this, that I've said this before, and several of my shows or whatever. on my channel that I have my hopes high for boxing. I said this a while ago when boxing came back. There were lots of matchups that were lopsided, which probably there were lots of complaints about it. But I was saying, I would say constantly in my channel that I got my hopes high. And it looks like we're starting to see the fights that we want to see. I have my hopes high for the future of sport of boxing, man. I think we're going to see more of this, and that's exactly what we want. Hey, Blue Blood, my condolences again, brother. Sorry about that, man.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
man,
2020
is different.
Okay, Blue. My condolences.
I appreciate you, King, man. It's different, man. We got my brother, Stay Ready Boxing TV.
Man, salute, man.
What's good with you?
I hate it. I get a chance to get on your channel, and it's this kind of vibe. But I believe me, my condolences. I understand what you're going through, like really.
Man, it's wild, man. You know what I mean? We I just feel like, man, we don't have no regards for human life, man. You know what I mean? We just quick to, don't think about the people you hurt. You know what I mean? And then, see, I don't do Facebook like that, man. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I was getting mad Facebook messages, but I wasn't paying attention to it since this morning. But I don't do Facebook. I do Instagram, and so my cousin has hit me up. I seen some people hit me up, but I'm like, I get back to y'all when I'm, then somebody took a video of it, man, sent me the videos. Like, come on, man. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't expect to open and see that, man. You know what I mean? His mom's is asking people to take the video down. Dudes is putting it up on Facebook. Like, it's built different, man. He just had a kid 3 weeks ago, man.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean?
That's,
Wow,
we living in trying times before we get the money, man. My condolences, man. And, it's just sad how, people just kill people, and it's on Facebook and, social media is just, I don't know what to say, man. I'm glad I'll be in the house, man. It's just, I feel sorry for the kid and his family, man, and friends. And it's very sad, man. Very, very sad.
It is, man. Like, I'm at a loss for words, man. It's just different. Like, wow, man. Wow. And this, people always say, like, hey, man, this person was good, that person was good. But, like, I don't know what he got himself into, but I never knew him to even be that type of person. You know what I'm saying? So for it to go down like this, I mean, it had to be real personal. You know what I mean? Like this? Like, come on, man. Especially when it's a person is not even in that life. Never was. His brothers, not him. Never. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand, man. Like, I mean, I know, obviously, like to be this way, man.
Some things I learned and I never understand. I guess in the area I'm from, it's been a shootout every day, probably for the last 6 months. We've had shootouts.
Wow.
We lost about 4 partners in it. One more recently, just 2 weeks ago. But they've been had shootouts. Kids been getting killed over there. And it's just my little apartment complex that I come from. Little neighborhood right there in Houston, Garden City. I don't understand it, especially with these kids. And it's these kids coming up nowadays. It's like they don't really have a heart. They mind is so twisted on doing things for the gram or getting clout or your name having some kind of power or people looking at you a certain way to script or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what people thriving for nowadays instead of actually living life. They don't have no regard for nobody else's life anymore. That's why I don't even go back to my own neighborhood. Every now and again, I pop in. I went probably a month ago for the first time in 2 years. Like it's
Wow.
Man, it's just different, man. You know, like, wow, man.
especially with what's everything going on with us already getting killed by law enforcement and white people. We shouldn't even. That should be the last thing in the back of our mind is killing our own blood. Because we
Fact.
out here fighting to stay alive from everybody else.
That's a fact, man. But you know, I'm gonna close this out, man. I want everybody that's here, man, to come back tomorrow. Especially my brother. Stay ready. We ain't even get to start going, man. So
I'll be here tomorrow, man.
yeah.
I got to do something by 1:30, but hopefully I should be through by 2 o'clock, 2:30, and I'll be 2 o'clock, 2:30 my time. So I'll be ready.
All right, cool. So you know what I mean. Just, everybody just let them know where they can find you. Start my brother Moni Brown. Just let them know where you can find you. You know, and I want everybody to come back on tomorrow, man, because I'll be in a different frame of mind, and I'm gonna go pay my respects right now, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, y'all can find me at Monty Brown TV right here on YouTube. Y'all can find me on Instagram at Monty_the writer, man. Once again, Blue Monty Johnson, bro. Trust me, I think we all know the thing, but like you said, when that shit first happened in the beginning, man, that shit be a hard pill to swallow, bro. So hold your head, man. My condolences to the family, man. You know what I'm saying? May God be with him.
Appreciate you, kid. Go ahead, Renee.
Yeah, my fault. Yeah, y'all can find me at Renee Box Young. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? Just go to Renee Box Young on YouTube. I feel kind of bad doing this, Blue Blood. I mean, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to respect your grieving, man. So yeah, y'all can find me Renee Box Young, but Lord willing, we'll be here tomorrow. So I'll just leave a link tomorrow, man. Don't worry about it.
It's all good, man, because this is what I learned going through this, man. This ain't my first rodeo. It's unfortunate, but the fact remains is life go on, man. You know, so it's unfortunate, but it just is what it is, man. Stormy B, man, go ahead and let them know where the people can find you, man.
Yeah. First of all, man, you have my sympathies as well, brother, and keep your head, bro. Everybody can find me right here on YouTube at Stormy B, man. That's the channel. That's the name of my channel and everything. And just everybody send prayers Blue Blood's way, man, and for his loss and the family that's with him. So thanks for having me on again. And if God willing, I can be on here with you tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow as well.
For sure. I definitely want everybody on, man. You know, I definitely want everybody on. My brother Keon, let him know, Keon.
Yeah, man. My condolences go out to you, Blue, and the family of the fallen. Yeah, man. Just God bless. And yeah, y'all can catch me on everything boxing and sports. Live every day. Me and Money Brown, we go live every day at 11:25 a.m. That's Pacific Mountain Time. So that's 1:25 Central Time, and that's 2:25 p.m. East Coast Time. Yeah, every day we on live. Everything boxing and sports. Yeah, and I appreciate you for having me on, Blue.
No doubt. Tomorrow, I'm bringing everybody back on. I want the whole panel back on tomorrow, man. And we're gonna have on a special guest tomorrow too with the panel. So I want everybody on, man. You know, my brother, stay ready.
Man, I appreciate you sending me a link, man. I hate I got on so late, but man, I've been so busy going through emails and other stuff, man, and also my condolences, man. If you need anything, you know your brother's here for you, man. Just call away, just hit me up. Man, prayers going out to you and your family, man. And you can follow me on Stay Ready Box TV right here on YouTube and Instagram, man. Hit me up. And you ain't gotta get ready if you stay with me, man. Please.
No doubt, man. My brother Kurt Anderson, aka Kurt Sugar, aka my co-host, my brother, the historian. Close us out, Kurt.
Yes, indeed. Well, you know me, I'm co-host of Blue Blood Sports TV. You have my condolences, Blue, and send my condolences to his family and friends. You know, you can find me at 3 Wise Men of Boxing Thursday. I just want to say before we sign off, man, Scrapbook Boxing was ill. He's back. He'll be doing 100 years of boxing. Every title fight, important title fight from decade to decade, 100 years. So watch out for that and support him. I think he's doing it either Thursday or Friday. But, you know, I'd like to say thanks, chat, you know, due to the circumstances, you know, under the circumstances and the panel. Salute. We'll see you tomorrow. Blue Blood, man, keep your head up. And saying Kurt Sugar saying peace.
Salute to y'all, man. Peace out, man. I can't even close out. Peace to y'all, man. Tomorrow, we'll all be back on, man. We're gonna bring a special guest on with us. So salute to each and every one of y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Peace out.
Peace out, man.
Peace.
Peace.